Hi everyone. We got the gorgeous Waiana on, who's been in the business how many days now, honey? 4 days?
Yeah, 4 days.
4 days. She has hit her first promotion yesterday. 7 customers she's brought on. And I just wanted to not only celebrate this woman and how amazing she has been, but I also wanted to pick her brains because I thought it would be really helpful for everybody to know what has she been doing to get these customers over the line, because we're actually going to be talking about that tonight, right? So Waiana, I'm going to ask you, honey, tell me, what have you been doing?
So really, I started with engaging in conversations. I would aim for around 5 to 6 a day or even more. But at first, I didn't want to stress myself out. So really, I went onto my Facebook, went to friends that I haven't really spoken to in a long time, like friends that were lived in Australia. And I kind of popped them a message and just started, good conversations with them, not about the product, but just, hey, how are you? How's your family? How you been? And that really helped. That brought in, a couple of customers. And then the other thing was being consistent with my Facebook, my stories, showing everyone my life, really, my new journey on Juice Plus. So, I'm quite an active person. I exercise every morning. So, I'd take them on my morning walks with me. I'd, show them what I'm taking, showing them my kids taking the gummies, explaining the benefits that I've seen so far in the short period of time that I have taken it. And that was kind of like my gateway to drawing, people in, and, like to the customers were my family. So they kind of seen a change in me as well. Because I did start taking the products a week prior to my office opening the office. So I was really kind of like at my best when, I got my online office. So it was kind of perfect. My family kind of seen that, I was happy and, I had all this new energy. And that was kind of how I got my customers, just being consistent, really, and engaging in conversations, making conversations.
Yeah, which is key. I love that. It's key. So I guess a good question would be, how many minimum? I know you said you did about 5 or 6 or something. So is that how many you decided you were going to do every day consistently?
So I aimed for 10. I thought I'll do 10 a day.
Wow.
I didn't end up doing 10. I think I got to 6, and, the first couple of days I was like, oh, I can't do this. And because I watched the first training and I was like, watching kind of like the top dogs in a sense, how they would go on and to their followers and things like that. And I was like, I can't do this. And I'm like, no, I've got to get out of my comfort zone. If I want to succeed and, make this, a thing for me, I had to kind of step out of my comfort zone. And Sheena really helped, my mentor, Sheena, she really helped me do this too. And she pushed me to do that. So it was about 6 a day. I would, connect with them and just talk about life, our past, what they've been up to, how their family is. And
so you used frog. Did you use frog? So family, recreation, occupation, goals, or did you just follow your own thing with the conversation?
Yeah, I followed my own thing for the conversation. So I kind of just didn't mention anything about Juice Plus, anything about what I was, that I was on this new journey. It was just purely engaging in conversations, and just as the conversations kind of flowed, they just flowed nicely. And, where they pretty much asked me about my health journey and what I'm doing. So I didn't need to spam them with, Juice Plus and what I've been taking. It just flowed naturally, which was nice, really.
That is great. And that is exactly why we have conversations, so they can flow naturally, organically, and it gets to the point where they ask you. That's beautiful, Anna. And so, of course, it would be a natural follow-on for you once they ask you about it. Tell us about, so give us maybe one example of how you, if you can remember, how you got the conversation from tell me about what you're doing to getting them signed up as a customer?
So pretty much one of my friends, she's actually pregnant at the moment. So, you know, she was, it was just kind of, how you been, what you been up to. I haven't seen her in a while. So, you know, we were kind of planning on catching up and stuff like that. And she had seen my story and seen how much energy I'd had. And that wasn't how the, you know, the conversation first, how we engaged in it. But yeah, she had said, oh, I've seen your health journey. And then she sent me a picture of her vitamins that she's been taking, which was, I think, fish oil tablets and some iodine and stuff like that. And then we kind of went from there. And then I sent her a photo of my tablets in my hand, you know, my Juice Plus that I take. And so that engaged her curiosity. And she was like, well, what are they? You know, so we kind of went from there and I explained, you know, what they were. And she didn't initially want to start with the 3 tablets. So we ended up signing her up to just the berries for now. But yeah, it kind of just flowed nicely. Like I hadn't caught up with her for a while. You know, I was just kind of asking how she's been, how's her pregnancy been? And yeah, she brought up to me that she had seen on my stories my journey so far, which was perfect. And then, yeah, we just kind of went from there. It was nice and natural.
And that's perfect too. You know, so we talk about this a lot, that the way to get your algorithms going and for people to see your stories is by talking to them in Messenger. So when you're doing both, you're posting on your stories, you're posting on your news feed, and then you're talking to people in Messenger, they're going to see your stuff and they're going to ask you about it because they're not likely to ask you on the post, right? So that's perfect, Waiana. Another question I have for you, honey. So at any point, if you kind of got to the point where you thought, oh, I don't know where to take this, I really don't know what to do, did you then reach out to Sheena, your upline, and just say, hey, can you help me, Sheena?
Yeah, I have reached out to her more than a couple of times, not just for conversations, either for help on office, for help on verbiage. Like, you know, I got a message sent and I was like, oh, what do I say? And she's amazing. She sends me back voice chats all the time, you know, pretty much, you know, kind of keep the conversation going, you know, because I'm 4 days in. I didn't really, to begin with, I was like, how do I sell this product? What do I say back? Okay, act cool. So yeah, no, Sheena has been more than amazing, absolutely more than amazing.
Yeah, so she is, I know, she's great. She's great. But also give yourself credit because you said that I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, you know, because you know you have to do this. And that's key as well. You have to get past that, right? You've got to step out of that comfort zone. Well done, you. So I know that we've had this conversation very briefly about you beating Sheena and I and getting to see your partner before 2 weeks. At this rate, girl, you're going to do it.
Yeah, I hope so. That'll be nice.
That's awesome. So another question I have for you. Have you been talking to anyone about the business with the splits on at the moment since you got on for $50? Have you told anyone else about it?
I have, yep, and I have been kind of putting things on my story. I haven't brought any team in yet, but that is my next goal, to get somebody, you know, to have a partner in this, really, to have somebody that I can help, you know, grow, and they can also help me grow too. So yeah, that's my next goal.
Brilliant. So I guess you're just going to reach out to Sheena and ask her for help as well, as what you have been doing, which is fantastic. Totally utilize your upline for everything. Don't feel like you're being a pain by bugging them, because we love being bugged, because it means you're willing to.
I'm so sorry to be a pain in the ass, but you know.
You're not, because we know that you want it, you want to learn, you're willing to learn, and you're willing to grow, and that's the most important thing. And honestly, we love it when team have got their hands up saying, hey, help me, because when you're the loudest, we're going to help you. So it's awesome, honey. Really awesome. And just, I don't know, if there's anything else that you want to share, and I'm sure you'll have seen your partner really soon too, by the way. You've still got to the 30th to get new team on the cheap price. So you'll do it. Anything else that you want to add that you did that has been really helpful?
one thing I probably would say that has been really helpful is, the Juice Plus and my own healthy lifestyle, I think, has helped the journey as well, because I am a fit person as it is, but showing people what I do, and just the energy that it's also given me to improve my exercise. Like now I'm doing, I'm walking more Ks and I'm doing more stuff. Yeah, I think the healthy lifestyle part of it has definitely helped, because people see it and they're like, okay, well, I want to be walking 8 Ks a day. I want to be doing that. I want energy to do that. So that's one thing that I would say has helped kickstart, my customer base, really.
That is brilliant, honey. Brilliant. One thing actually I do want to ask you that I nearly forgot. Have you had any negative feedback since you started from anyone?
Yeah, I have, from one friend. Just, it's a pyramid scheme. I take my own potions every day and they're amazing. Nothing can beat that. And, you're just paying the higher man. So, yep, I have.
And how did you deal with that? How did you manage it?
I just said, all cool, girl, each to their own. It's like, you can't really, that's a very good friend too. So it's, that's all I could really say is that's all cool. If that's what works for you, that's what works for you. But you're going to see a lot on my stories.
Good on you, staying strong and believing in what you're doing. I love it, Waiana. You're such an inspiration, honey. Thank you so much for sharing. It's a shame we don't have you on tonight, but we are going to bring Waiana on next week, hopefully. So if you've got any questions, you can ask her. And well done again on your first promotion.
Thank you. I'm so excited. And thanks for having me. I am more than happy to answer questions and, share what I've been doing. So, yeah, thanks, Tanya.
You're so welcome, honey. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to stop